the pro-Bush offensive is brutal. Okay, let's move on. From Colorado, we're heading south to the Bush country. We want to meet the Republicans from Texas, the chosen land of George W. Bush. Yeah, Crawford, Texas. That's the place. Let's go. Chico wants me to be more aggressive in my questioning. He wants me to get tougher, to confront those people. I know he's right. I'll try. I'll do my best.
Hi, how are you? How are you?
Hi, Pierre Roy.
I'm Jesus.
How can you explain that Mr. Bush has this strong support in 2004?
I believe Mr. Bush has integrity. I believe that he absolutely believes in what he's doing.
You know what I believe, where I stand, and what I intend to do.
I think he's a good man.
I believe everybody wants to be free.
I think he says what he means and means what he says.
I made a decision. Our country will not sit back and wait for future attacks.
If you ever saw him in person, you'd be for him too.
You think so? Do you believe in his charisma?
Exactly. He's a wonderful one-on-one person. Has lots of charisma.
What do you think about the war in Iraq? Do you think it's a just cause to be there?
I believe in democracies. Yes, I do.
Democracy is rising in that country because the Afghan people, like people everywhere, want to live in freedom.
And I believe it's a just cause. And I believe the media has never given it that. I really don't. And I don't know how you're going to portray it, but I do believe that Afghanistan and Iraq were a just cause. Yes, I do.
If violence and fanaticism are not opposed at their source, they will find us where we live.
Personally, I think that Iraq is not connected with Al-Qaeda. So for me, personally, the war in Iraq is not a just cause.
You're French, aren't you?
I'm French-Canadian.
Okay.
I understand that Saddam Hussein was a bad dictator and he had to be removed in some ways. But you still believe that Mr. Hussein and Mr. Ben Laden are connected?
We ended the regime of Saddam Hussein, which sponsored terror. America and the world are safer with Saddam Hussein sitting in a prison cell.
Yes, I do. I believe that terrorists have come into that country, filtered in. It's obvious that they can go over the borders and everything.
As long as I'm the commander-in-chief, America will never retreat in the face of the terrorists.
I wish we weren't in the war, and I think a lot of people wish we weren't, but that we have done it, I believe, in finishing it, and for the people in Iraq. This interview should be over.
Oh, yeah? Ah, it's too bad because it's so interesting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Can we take some buttons and some pamphlet? We start to be a little tired of those narrow-minded Republicans. So let's take some fresh air and catch the man who will do anything to beat Bush, Michael Moore. We need some inspiration.
Strong
Not them again. Madison, Wisconsin. Tonight, we're gonna meet Michael Moore. But a bunch of right-wing college students is ruining the party. They are everywhere. There's no place to hide.
Can you go to somebody who's going to be giving a political speech? Because isn't that the idea of talking about things?
We shouldn't have to pay our tuition money for him to speak here. If he wants to speak here and further his political views, he has the right to do that. And I believe the university should allow him to. So I don't think that our tuition money should be going to pay him $11,000 to speak here. We're having a tuition raise next year.
If this is going to be a dialogue, we need to be able to actually talk. Well, who decided for the university to pay that money? The Student Activity Fees Board, right? Now, why did they make that decision? Who makes that decision? And were you involved in who sits on that board? If not, I can't help you.
I love that sound, don't you? The angry white guy sound. We hear it all day long on the Fox News channel. Shut up! Shut up! No, you shut up! We'll be right back. Shut up! Oh, hey, I got an idea. Why don't we invite some of these big, brave college Republicans? I've got some enlistment forms here for the U.S. Army. Hey, you like the wall? You like Bush? Why don't you go over there instead of sending the poor kids from Milwaukee? I don't see them coming over here to sign up. What's the matter, pussies? You guys are just such pathetic assholes.
I think Michael Moore is like one-sided. He's made up his mind, and he wants to make other people believe like him. So he makes these movies like the 9/11 movie after like 1 or 2 minutes. I just couldn't stand it. It was boring. My sister and brother-in-law walked out after about 15, 20 minutes, and so did my nephew and his wife. And so they said it seemed one-sided, and they didn't like it. I didn't like it. I don't know how anybody can call that entertainment. Movies are supposed to be entertaining.
The George W. Bush and the contempt that he has for our troops, first sending them off to this war, then trying to cut their combat pay, then closing veterans' hospitals, then cutting benefits for the families of soldiers, and on and on and on.
People make up all kinds of stuff and gibberish, trying to make the president look bad. But I'll go by my gut feelings, and I believe this man belongs in the White House. He's a good leader. And I think a lot of that's made up. I don't think Bush is crooked.
His old soldiers, unbelievable, huh? They know the truth. They know they've been sent to a war that cannot be won. They know, more importantly, they've been sent to a war that should not be won. Who the hell are we? I and the American people apologize to you for sending you into harm's way when it wasn't necessary, for risking your life, for Halliburton and the oil companies.
People can say whatever they want and make up anything they want. Say, well, Bush has connections, or so-and-so is working with the terrorists, or they're doing it for the oil. Ridiculous. They went to war to stop the terrorists, to stop terror. And you have to show them who's boss.
George W. Bush has made us as Americans less safe in this world. It is a more dangerous place now because your name and my name was on those bombs. And this war has become a recruitment film for Al-Qaeda, an organization that used to have hundreds and now has thousands, thanks to Bush and Cheney and Rumsfeld and Wolfowitz. Thank you for making the rest of our lives in this world fucked.
Just get out of my face.